Some students look at a chromosome with banding patterns and find it difficult to interpret the light and dark banded areas on the chromosomes. We're going to try to get rid of some of that confusion in this video. So when scientists want to look at and examine a species' chromosomes, in order to do that, they first have to stain the DNA of the chromosomes so that it's visible to their human eyes. So this staining results in a banding pattern similar to what we see on chromosomes here, of alternating black and white sections here. And so the important thing for you to know about banding patterns on chromosomes is that chromosomes with the same banding pattern contain the same genes. So you can see here that these two sister chromatids have the exact same banding pattern, which, like I said, means that they're the same chromosome. So what this means is that on the chromosome you'll find that the genes that code for hair color or eye color or whatever the gene is going to be the exact same place on each chromosome. So as all of us know, you get one gene, one copy of the chromosome, from your mom and one from your dad. And so you have 23 pairs of chromosomes. And they each have different alleles. So you may have gotten, a big A allele from mom and a little a from dad, or whatever other combinations there could be for each of those genes. So each of your 23 pairs of chromosomes are made up of a sequence of genes that are organized the same way in all humans. So the gene locus for hair color is found in the same place on the same chromosome in every human being. And even though we all have different hair color, that's because of the different alleles that could be at that gene. So each of those alleles code for different colors. Another important part of the chromosomes that I need to point out are the end sections here, about where 13 and 25 are. And these sections are called the telomeres. So telomeres essentially are just junk at the end of each chromosome. So it's DNA that doesn't actually code for any genes. It's just there to protect the rest of the genetic information. So over time, as we get older, because of wear and tear, our chromosomes get shorter. And in order for our bodies to not lose any of that genetic material, you don't want to lose the genes for, producing eyeballs or growing hair or whatever it is. In order to protect that, we have these telomeres at the end. And so when these are shortened, it really doesn't make any difference because, like I said, they're junk. And so they're used to protect the DNA that's actually useful in coding for genes. So in the homework, when it talks about great apes having a 97% genetic similarity to humans, it's because 97% of the genes on their chromosomes that code for the certain traits are found in the exact same location on human chromosomes. So we can see here, if we look at chromosome 3, on the left here is humans and the right is chimpanzees, we find these similar spots here. And as we look at the entire thing, we find that chromosome 3 in both humans and chimpanzees are exactly the same, which means that they don't necessarily have the same alleles at each of those places, just like between humans, between me and you, we don't have the same allele. But those sections code for the same genes, whether it be, as we've mentioned before, hair color, eye color, anything else that you could think of. Having thumbs, that's something that's often talked about with humans and monkeys as a similarity. It's because we have these genes that are almost identical on almost all of our chromosomes. Like it says, 97%.